Welcome back to my channel, my dear butterflies. You look absolutely freaking amazing today, and let no one tell you otherwise. And yeah, as you might have noticed, I changed my channel name. Woo! It's not Butterfly Entertainment anymore, it is Queen Butterfly now. So yeah, cometh forth, my dear butterflies, and joineth this channel. Because we're Queen Butterfly now. This channel is Queen Butterfly now. I decided to rename myself, and Queen Butterfly fits, especially since today I got a tiara. Woo! It's actually for Halloween, but it looks very nice. So yeah. I got a no hair color if you haven't noticed. Woo! Yeah. However, before I keep talking forever, we are gonna start a new show today. It is called You. Most of you probably have heard of it. I have seen the first season actually. I have already seen the first season way back when it came out, so I basically know nothing of it anymore. But yeah, I have seen the first season, but I didn't see any of the other seasons, and I was in the mood to start a show, so we're watching You today. Yeah. Next time there's probably gonna be a movie again. I mean, first they're gonna be more fan edits, and then the next bigger video will be a movie again. I was just in the mood for starting a show right now, so we're starting a show now. Woo! Let's go. Okay, I would say we're just gonna start this now, so let's jump into this. Let's go.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
Who are you?
I hope you find something.
Paula Fox?
I never heard of her. Do I need to have heard of Paula Fox? Because I'm also reading, but I've never heard of her.
Celebrity authors.
Ever.
If Dan Brown's your kink, then be out about it.
What's the problem with Dan Brown? I feel really stupid
surprising.
right now. I'm a book girl. I love books. I'm reading so much. But I'm not really reading the classics, you know. So, I have no idea. The names they just dropped, I have never ever heard of them. Are they classic books, or do you need to have heard of them? Because I have never heard them before, ever, in my entire life. Does anyone know what's it about Paula Fox and Daniel Brown? What do they do? What do they write? Tell me in the comments. Do I need to have heard of them?
She was just being nice.
I'd be Googling the hell out of her right now. You know her full name?
It's pretty aggressive, Ethan.
Hey,
Says him. That's pretty aggressive, even. Ethan. Says him. You know? Googling isn't even that bad. You can do Googling, you know? I normally don't do it, but I know people that do. So that's not that bad. He does way worse shit later on. Literally stalking her to her house, watching her through her window. That is worse. Don't go down on my boy Ethan. I like him. I like Ethan. This show literally wouldn't exist if he just asked her for a date.
And one for all.
They just had to bring that kid in there to make him more likable. They were just yeah, I mean, he's a stalker and a murderer, but he's great with kids. That's what they went for. They were yeah, I know he's a stalker and a murderer and really, really fucking creepy, but he's good with kids, okay? So you like him.
You didn't share me with your followers only confirms we really connected. The next thing our little friend the internet gave me was your address.
Yeah, no, that's too far. See, that's too far. I'm not pissed about him checking out her social media. You know, I don't do it. I know lots of people who don't do it, but I also know a few people who do it, who check out the social media, which is fine. I don't care social media, especially if it's not private, but it's open to the public. Yeah, you can check that out. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But what? That was a way too deep dive. Okay, that dive was way too deep. That was wow. You figured even you checked out where she lived. You somehow managed to figure out how she lived. If you do that, then that is a way too deep dive. Either that, or she literally has her address posted on his social media platform, profile, but I don't think does that. So, because I don't think anyone is so stupid to post their address on a social media, you know. So no, I'm pretty sure you took like a very, very, very deep dive to figure out her address, which is possible, but it's very, very creepy. And no, that is too far. That is crossing a line. Absolutely fucking not.
Big naked windows. It's nice. Too nice.
Okay, I'm giving him 1 point in this. I'm giving him the point that like the windows are where to bear. Like they are at the bottom of this house. With like there are no bushes that are high enough to cover those windows. You have nothing to stop people from looking inside from the outside. They can literally see everything you're doing in there with just when walking by, glancing in. What? This is your living room, literally. And it's on the bottom floor with like really big fucking windows. I don't know, put some curtains in there or something. What the hell? And then she's like, not only that, but she's standing in front of these really big fucking windows where you can look through from the street without problems whatsoever, in a towel. So I'm giving him that point. She should really get some curtains, because even if you don't have a stalker, that is just weird. You know, I would not be standing in such a big fucking window where you can see in from the street, no problem whatsoever, in just my towel. That is way too fucking weird.
Why don't we spend the day together tomorrow? Just you and me.
Wait, you only want her to go on a date with you after you know her better? That makes no sense. You're going on a date with a person to know them better. Everything that, like, if you get to know her better, like, if you get to know her better before you're on an actual date, that qualifies as stalking, dude. What you are doing right now is stalking. Like, I'm okay with the Googling her social media. I am fine with that. People do that. It is fine, especially if the social media, like, is not private, but, like, the social media is, like, open to people, and it's official. That's fine. People don't seem to have a problem with it, considering that the social media is official. But like Googling her address and then literally going there and watching her through the windows, that is stalking. That is stalking. No, dude. No. Just no. I don't even think I need to explain this, right? I don't even think I need to explain why this is crossing a line, right? I think I don't need to elaborate that. That is just no, dude. No. Absolutely freaking not.
Is there more to you?
If I had a red flag, I would now dance around with it.
Questionable taste in friends, Beck.
She obviously also has questionable taste in boyfriends since you become her boyfriend later on, so I think you fit well together, don't you?
You can't. You have to work for a living.
Don't you, Joe? Don't you have to work for a living, considering that you are literally following her everywhere today?
Your social media is a liar. It says you're a happy-go-lucky dilettante.
Well, of course, the social media is a lie. Everyone's social media is a lie. Most people's social media is a lie, isn't it? Like, social media only shows, like, the best aspects. The aspects you want to post out there. It doesn't show the entire image. It never does. So if it's not a lie, then it's probably a half-truth.
Beck, who the fuck is this?
Probably her boyfriend. I'm sorry, but also, did that guy and does no one else in the other houses see this dude, like, standing on the other side of the street the whole fucking day, peeking through her window? Or now in the middle of the night, because that's creepy.
But she said she had good coke, and I've been seriously stressed.
Bro, from getting some coke from that girl to screwing her, there are a few steps in between, you know? That just doesn't, that should just happen. That is an active decision. What the fuck?
We actually managed to connect your illicit blowjob to curing cancer.
Yeah, it is a talent, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of a talent, isn't it? It kind of feels like an actual talent.
Way to go, Beck. Looks like a catch.
Yeah, but you're not really in a position to judge, Joe.
Ben, you fall for the wrong men. Bad men. You let them
Says,
in.
okay,
You
I'm
let them
sorry.
hurt you.
I'm sorry. That guy is no Peach. That guy is also no walking green flag. Definitely not. He is not. He got a lot of red flags as well. But at least that dude is neither a stalker nor a murderer. Just saying. Aren't you questioning what the fuck that dude you've never seen before is doing, standing at the door of your street looking at another apartment?
But me is getting action.
Maybe you would be getting action if you actually asked her out on a date instead of stalking her.
Chivalry.
It's treating people with respect, especially women. Like men should.
Him saying that is so contradictory to his actions, and I can't believe that he doesn't realize that he's not following through on that. Like, he is giving this advice to this boy, and he is having this moral code, but he is not following it with his actions. It is really, how is this guy not constantly having cognitive dissonance? How is he? It is really, wow.
Well, you're an alcoholic shitbag who beats women, so...
Honestly, these parole officer instincts of his, they're not shitty. Like, they're not bad. Like, I wouldn't have said he's a freak, because I just genuinely don't like the word freak at all. It is used in the wrong way too often. And it's used for like a big span of people. And I'm not sure I want to put some of the people who call themselves freaks or are called freaks under the same, word that I would call this dude who is a stalker and a murderer. I'm not sure if he's a murderer yet or just later on. I just remember him murdering someone. So, yeah. But he is a stalker. So, and he is very shady, and he is not a good guy. Like, he has like this good guy syndrome, this nice guy syndrome is definitely with him in there somewhere. It's definitely in there too. But he's also a stalker and a murderer, and all of that just put together is just not a good personality. He's also not good. He's not a good person. He's not. So that parole guy is meant to look like a shithead right here, and based on what we know, he probably is a shithead and not a good person at all. But his parole officer instincts are on point. They really are.
Here?
Nope, super let me in. Someone reported a leak.
Right, yeah, she mentioned that. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Like, he is very good in, like, making people think that he's supposed to be where he is at that moment. Like, there's nothing wrong about that. Which is, like, and he also has, like, a lot of charm, to throw around at people. Which is, like, one thing that I'm watching Criminal Minds right now. And there are a lot of those serial killers and stuff like that, those bad people, a lot of them have that. Which makes him so much more dangerous. But, like, he is really fucking good at pretending to be where he is supposed to be, and that there's nothing wrong, and just being so completely calm and charming. It is wow. So yeah. Also, he's in her apartment right now. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell anyone why Dad is crossing yet another line, right? I'm pretty sure I don't have to, right? For those who didn't know, red flag. If I had a red flag, I would be dancing through this room the entire time of this video. Just with a red flag above my head, because this dude is a walking fucking red flag.
Eat all this frozen shit. I'll cook for you every day. I promise.
Oh, great. Maybe you tell her all of that instead of, stalking her.
No matter how hard you fight me, I will always make sure you password protect your devices.
I kind of love, though, how in his thoughts, he is telling us, or basically he's telling Beck, but the episode is telling us, and Joe is telling us what Beck could have done different to make herself safer. I really like that a little bit, because it has that, like, kind of educating flair to it a little bit, you know? It is really creepy, and it gives like him like this a little bit more likable vibe, that he's saying all that, but at the same time it is also showing us basically, hey, by the way, Becca could have done that and that and that and made herself a little bit safer with that. She probably wouldn't be able to like keep Joe away for good because he's a fucking stalker, but like she would have been a little bit safer, and he maybe wouldn't have found out as much about her as he thinks. Like, she could have like made her social media private. She could have watched out that like she didn't leak any information out there, and that there isn't any information out there that tells people where her fucking address is, or can tell people where her fucking address is. Because, you know, if you have like a picture on a public social media with like a background that is like recognizable, and even if it's like, if there are like some landmarks to be seen or something like that, people can find that out. I have seen so many videos of TikTok where people send people that like are good at computer stuff and research and stuff like that, they send them videos and say, hey, tell me where I am, and there's a random people, and they literally find them with a little bit of search. They can pinpoint exactly where they were standing at the time they made that video or that picture. It is really, really fucking creepy. I bet it is possible. It's, yeah. So that's something like that. Then of course, put curtains in your fucking windows. That. Yeah, password protect your computer, you know, stuff like that. So I really like that we like get like these little tidbits of, hey, by the way, that's what she could have done different to make herself a little bit safer. Like, she's in no way responsible for this. Like, the vibe is also like very much, yeah, by the way, she's in no way responsible for this. We know that. This guy is an absolute creep. All the responsibility and shit for his fucked up behavior is like on him. But she could have taken precautions beforehand to make it more difficult for him, a little bit like that. And I kind of like that we're like kind of also like getting information on, hey, by the way, that's what she could have done to make herself safer, to make it more difficult for the dude. Like, he's literally telling us how Beck could have like stopped him from doing this and this and this, or at least made it more difficult for him. Yeah. Also, now he's breaking into her apartment, he's breaking into her computer, he stole some panties. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure at the latest now, I don't need to tell anyone at all that this behavior is a big no-no. Absolutely not. No fucking no. This dude is a stalker. This is not good. That is a big fucking red flag, okay? I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell that to anyone since basically minute 2 or something, but I just thought I'm putting it out there.
He's dead. He OD'd, and you were the one that found him.
You could have asked her
started a
that.
few poems
Or
about
figured
that,
it out
and
by,
you
you know, talking and getting to know her better. What the fuck? Just ask her those things.
letting me know I wasn't crazy after all. No!
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you
remember what
weren't
I
at that
was.
point, but you are now.
Yes, I'm grateful.
Like, no one is freaking faulting you for the flirting in the bookstore. Literally no one is. We're faulting you for all the other action you took after that.
It's okay, Beth.
It's really not, because there's a random dude standing in her shower. She met once at a bookstore for not even 5 minutes, and he's standing in her shower because he's been fucking stalking her. Her professor apparently wants to sleep with her. And her boyfriend, is he her boyfriend? I am not sure what that dude is. Is an absolute asshole. So, and she's late with her paper stuff. So no, it's really not okay right now, is it?
For a change, might be nice.
That is not okay. Okay, like if people, yeah, her poem is really good. It also doesn't really rhyme. I know that not all poems need to rhyme, but it's not really good nonetheless. It doesn't have like really a rhythm or anything. And it actually feels like she just wrote down her thoughts and she's like reading a letter or something. However, it is still not okay to like heckle her or be mean from like the crowd, especially like in an establishment where there is like an open mic and people are doing this. Like, you support each other for doing this, you know? You're not sitting there heckling. And if someone isn't that good, you don't need to cheer, but you also don't need to heckle him. Okay, just stay quiet or leave. I do not give a fuck. Probably better stay quiet and wait for the next person if that's not your thing, you know? But like, don't sit down and heckle. That is just, no. That is not okay. Like, get up. Like, if you wanna like critic or heckle her or anything like that, how about you get up on that stage and you do it yourself and you do it better? Okay? But you don't have the guts for that. You're sitting down in the crowd, you're heckling people for them having the guts to stand up there in front of a lot of people pouring out their heart, and all you can do is like sit there and heckle. That is not brave. That is not brave. Especially, and since we all know, if you were standing up on a stage if one, we would never have the guts to stand up on that stage pouring out your heart in front of a lot of those people and sharing your art. Secondly, even if you had the guts, if someone would be heckling you like you're doing it to her right now, you would probably leave that stage crying and would never go on another stage again. Okay? So just screw it. Just shut your fucking mouth. Stay quiet. You don't need to cheer if you don't like it, but you also don't need to heckle. Go away with that negative energy. Come on. Deserved.
Sexton, Meryl.
You're describing my nightstand.
I think he probably literally described her nightstand because he was in her house, looking through her house.
I didn't save your life.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he kind of did. Have to give him that. She would have been dead if he wouldn't have been there. But then again, she will be dead anyways later in the season.
course.
So
Bro, you waste of hair.
Okay,
you waste of hair.
breathing out here.
That was a great. That was a great insult.
Put it in the subway.
Oh.
No, you had it in your hand
Well,
afterwards.
just maybe give me your number for when you get a replacement.
I'm basically
Girl, you literally did everything to keep that phone with you. You fell into the drags because of that phone, and then when he pulled you out, he literally grabbed that phone before he pulled you out when a train came for you. You did not drop that phone in the subway. He has it, 100%.
We can fix this together.
He's gonna kill Ron for that, isn't he?
Let's set something up.
Was it really Gavin New York magazine or was it Joe? I feel like maybe Joe is luring him in a trap.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So Joe's gonna kill that
Please.
dude, and then he's
After
probably
you.
also kill the Ron dude. I really hope that hit killed him, because if that hit didn't kill him, he's gonna wake up to one hell of a headache.
I have your phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red flag. Illegal. Pretty sure that's illegal. That's stealing, right? Not only is he stalking her now, he also stole her stuff, and he broke into her apartment. Yeah, he also almost killed someone, and even if he didn't kill him, it's he hurt him very severely. So that's battery. So yeah, he's going to jail. He's probably not going to go to jail, but even without like killing back and all that stuff, like with everything he did in that episode, he is already going to jail for a long time.
Too busy. We could get a drink sometime.
You see, you should have done that. Okay, I'm going to give you a guide now. He should have done that the first time they met, when he was into her, like the first time she was in this bookstore at the beginning of the episode. He should have done that, and then he should have just not done anything else he did that episode. Nothing else. He should have just done that. So he should have just asked her on a date at the beginning of the episode like he did right now, and then not done anything else he did in this episode. Okay? That's very important. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I really don't need to tell anyone that, but here I am anyways. I'm just gonna put this episode into perspective a little bit.
But I'm right about you. And I'm going to help you get the
Oh
life
fuck!
you deserve.
He survived! Damn, he's gonna have one hell of a headache and probably some brain damage, because there was a lot of blood there, and he hit with like basically a hammer on his brain and his head. Like, I'm sorry, but shouldn't he be dead? It seemed a lot like there was a lot of blood, and that hammer seemed like really legit, so it feels like he should be dead. Or at least being in a coma, you know? Our brain can't take that much damage. I don't think so. You can't just hit her head with a hammer and the dude just has like one little wound here and that's it. Like, there's not even, like, there should, with the force Joe hit him and the amount of blood that sprayed, he should have a hole in his skull and some serious brain damage. At least. He should probably be dead. Right? Can please, like, do I have a medical professional, maybe, in my comment section? Like, if someone, one of you is like a medical professional, can you please tell me if this is possible? With the, like, force that Joe hit him with that hammer thingy and the amount of blood that sprayed, this dude should at least have some serious brain damage, if not be dead, right? And he should have a hole in his skull. Am I not wrong? Ain't I wrong? I feel like him standing up like that with no problem, having no serious damage except for like a little bit of blood here, but like no serious damage you can see, is very unrealistic, right? Please write in the comments if you are like have a medical diploma or I don't know, any other kind of medical knowledge that qualifies you to tell me something like that. Yeah, that smile says Psycho so well. Okay guys, this was, yeah, my reaction to this episode. I really like this episode. I really like the little tidbits of information we got about like how she could have, like, I forgot her name. Beck. It's literally been called, he literally called her Beck like a million times in this video. I should have not forgotten her name. But yeah. So, how Beck could have like been safer, could have protected herself a little bit better maybe, could have made it more difficult for him, like putting password on her phone, putting passwords on her computer, you know, not having her social media official but private, stuff like that. I really like that. That I really enjoyed that. Also, like, Joe is a really like interesting character to watch, you know. At the same time, I feel it's a little bit, I don't know, questionable in the way that they make Joe really likable. Like, Joe's really good looking, he's really charming, he is really likable, especially through his like behavior with the kid and stuff like that, you know. So I feel it's really questionable to like have him be that way and present him that way, because I know that what he's doing in this episode is completely wrong. It is completely, most of it is completely illegal. It's all a really big red flag, and the stalking it is absolute no-go. That is no, absolutely not. Most of you probably know it, if not all of you, but I feel like there are some people, and especially maybe younger people, that see this and see Joe is charming, Joe is good looking, he's likable with, he's good with the kids, so he's obviously likable, so that maybe either start making excuses for his behavior or just don't necessarily directly realize that his behavior is not only is problematic, is illegal, is completely wrong, and is absolutely nothing you should like look for in a relationship, and definitely nothing you should look up to, you know. So I feel that is a little bit problematic and a little bit questionable maybe in this episode, but I don't know, maybe it will get better over the seasons, or maybe, I don't know, it'll get addressed another way. I don't know. That is my opinion so far. That is my how I see it so far, and what the just the feeling I got from this episode a little bit. So yeah. Feel free to like write your opinion to the episode and to the show in the comments. And yeah, then I hope I will see you in one of my next videos again. Until then, bye guys!